So this is my new studio TV. It's the LG QNED86, a mini LED 4K TV, and it's 75 inches. Let's take a closer look. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and click the notification bell to get my next video first. So my studio is around 12 foot by 12 foot, and I've got my computer area for video editing on one side. I've got a 100-inch projector screen, but I don't use that all of the time, mainly when I'm reviewing projectors, and I needed a TV which was going to be brilliant for sport, for gaming, for movies, and just watching general TV. Now the LG QNED86, more links are in the description for you to check it out for yourself by the way, is the perfect TV for that in my opinion. So for me, it has to cover off those four bases. For gaming, it's 4K at 120Hz, and it has two HDMI 2.1 ports. For movies, it is Dolby Vision compatible and also Dolby Atmos compatible, so you're getting the best quality picture. With the TV, with the Alpha 7 AI processor 4K Generation 6, it has an incredible picture wizard, which I'll show you in this video. And finally for sport, with its 75-inch screen, it really does put you right in the middle of the action. So before we go into those things in more detail, let's talk about the design of this QNED Mini LED TV. Now the design I think is far more improved than last year's. It still looks really great, but this year there is a big difference in the stand. It's still only a few centimeters thick and the bezels around the edge again are very minimal. Now the edge of the TV actually matches the stand if you have the silver stand, which I have, and I think that complements it really nicely. With just very minimal borders, that stand in the central position definitely looks better than last year's. As you can see in the inset there, that's last year's large arc, which was okay, but I much prefer this year's flatter model. And that also means that it's far easier to get a soundbar underneath because you do have about 7 centimeters that you can place a soundbar. As you would expect with connections on the back, you've got plenty. There are two HDMI 2.1 4K at 120Hz, two HDMI 2.0s, an optical digital output, two USB 2.0s, a LAN and Ethernet port, and a VESA wall mount which is 400 by 400. Reflection handling is amongst the best that you can get with any LED TV. Having the combination of quantum dot technology and nanocell technology means you get the extra brightness in the mini LEDs. And as you can see, if I pan round now but then raise the blind, you can see that it's certainly not too bad at all. There is a window right opposite this, and I don't think it does a bad job. One thing that I'm pleased hasn't changed this year is the Magic Remote Control, because this is, in my opinion, the best remote of any TV on the market. Ergonomically, it feels great in the hand and it's got quick access to everything that you're going to need. So breezing through the WebOS 23 is going to be an absolute dream. Speaking of WebOS 23, it's a far more slimmed down version than previous years. You've got access to quick cards in the middle of the screen, which is great, and you've got your apps underneath, which you can then move if you want to different positions. So you can get rid of the ones that you're not using very often and put your most favorite apps right at the very start. A simple but very effective tool. At the bottom of the home screen is recommended streaming services. Here you can scroll along your most popular services and then it will come up with some suggested content. You've also got features like picture-in-picture where you can choose one app and also one HDMI source and have that playing at the same time. The main settings screen can be accessed in two different ways. A long press of the settings button brings you up the full menu where you can go in and change absolutely everything, and a short press will bring you up the shorter menu, the quick menu, where you can go in and change the most popular things. Very handy and very simple to do. The LG QNED86 combines quantum dot and nanocell color technology. Now this gives you a better quality picture, both in terms of brightness and in terms of colors. The color accuracy is incredible, but the brightness is just something you need to see. It really is fantastic. And with the mini LEDs, that gives you precision dimming, so it gives you clearer, brighter images and also exceptional contrast. If you're one of those people that doesn't really like going into the settings, then I recommend you run the personalized picture wizard. This is where you choose between a selection of photographs which ones look the best to you, and then the technology built into the TV will create the image for you, and you don't have to do anything else. And I do have to say, I'm really impressed with how this works. It does produce a natural and well-balanced image, and from my choices there wasn't too much difference between what I chose originally and what it came out as. Those brighter colours will definitely be noticeable when you're gaming, but there's so much more features in the gaming section. When you're in game mode, you can then turn on the variable refresh rate and set your console to the higher performance. This will give you 4K at 120Hz because you do have those two HDMI 2.1 ports. You also have VRR, which is variable refresh rate, and ALLM, which is auto low latency mode. And in first-person shooter games, you'll definitely notice the speed and the response time, which is almost instant. The LG QNED86 also supports HGIG. Now, this was developed to allow your game console to apply the optimum HDR settings, and it just gives you the best possible contrast and color balance. Now, you'd probably expect that when you put high quality footage through the TV, it's going to look absolutely incredible. But with that Alpha 7 AI processor 4K Generation 6, you get an exceptional picture, and it does a brilliant job no matter what you're playing. This being a mini LED TV, you get the advantage of precision dimming. Now, this gives you a better ultra high contrast ratio, and that means that the black levels on this TV are really quite exceptional, and it doesn't actually feel like you're watching an LED TV. But it doesn't compromise on colors, so you really are getting the best of both worlds. I really do feel that if you are looking for a TV that does a great job of pretty much anything that you put through it, then these latest mini LED TVs with the latest technology are definitely the way to go. They look absolutely fantastic. Now, what you're looking at here now is just standard TV, and the upscaling capability of the chip means that you're just getting an exceptional picture. Almost anything I put through this looked 4K. The other huge advantage is that if you are a fan of movies, then having support like Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, and couple that together with a huge 75-inch TV, the screen size is just incredible, especially in my room, which is just 12 by 12. But it means that this is almost like taking the cinema home with you. It really does feel that you're really immersed in anything that you're watching. Now, I'm a huge sports fan, and if you are planning on watching a lot of sport, then one thing that may have been an issue on older TVs or your current TV is screen tearing. This is where sometimes you get a lot of grass on the pitch and it almost like shifts as the image moves on the screen. But you don't get any of that on this TV. It's crystal clear and super sharp. Didn't have any issues at all. So in summary, my friends, if you're looking for a TV that does everything superbly well, that's very, very bright, very, very vivid, has got exceptional color accuracy, and you want it to be probably your go-to everything TV, one that you can play games on, one that you can watch movies on, for me, it's the gaming side that really does take this to a new level because it's got all of the main features that I use, and that really impresses me. So this really is an exceptional TV. It's the LG QNED86. Check out the link in the description and you'll be pleased with it, I'm sure. Now, finally, I just wanted to run my color test on this TV. This is something which I do on all the TVs that I review, just to make sure that there's no dirty screen effect. And as you can see, it is crystal clear, a very clean screen. So I do have to say that this does tick the box for that perfect studio TV. It's great for entertainment in terms of gaming, movies, TV. It's got a huge big screen which I can sit right in front of, and I'm going to spend a lot more time up here. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If there's any questions that you have about this TV, then do leave them in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them. But check out the link in the description. It is an incredible TV and I don't think that you'll be disappointed.